2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And Brooklyn is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Nets will be going up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they're in 11th place in the East, and that's a decent step forward from where they finished last season, but that's probably little consolation to them at this point. I'm sure they'd want to be a few spots higher at least. And Kenny Atkinson, hired by Brooklyn back in 2016, another point guard turned coach. Shaq, he played professionally for over a decade.
Yeah, he played in Italy, Paisan. He played in France, Sebon. He played in Germany, Bratwurst. He played in Spain, Hola. You can make an excellent living playing abroad.
I didn't know you spoke so many languages, and you broke the barrier in one try. Wow. But he's been coaching since 2004, and as an assistant with the Hawks, he really showed he was ready.
All right, and now with the tip coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Get on your feet. It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Brooklyn Nets. At the power forward position, standing 6'8", number 35, Kenneth Fareed. At the other forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 24, Rondae Hollis Jefferson. Manning the middle, standing 6'11", number 31. At the shooting guard position, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'5", number 1, D'Angelo Russell. The head coach of your home team is Kenny Atkinson. Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Last outing for Brooklyn, they won that game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
I love that, Greg. You got to do that away from home. It shows how connected they are with one another playing that way, and excellent chemistry.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
He'll be the Nets off the tip. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner inside. Tyreek Evans out there with Collison. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. Here's Dinwiddie. Russell with a wide open look. Fareed looking for an opening. Passes it to Russell. Fires the 3. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
And, you know, last season the Nets saw a lot of improvement as a group, in large part due to several talent jumps by players on their roster. Organic development, we call that. Overall, just great growth from the young group on the Nets.
And Turner kicks to Evans. Stolen by Allen. Collison against Russell. Dinwiddie. They get it again. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Tipped away. Stolen by Allen. 3 on 3. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Russell with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Russell's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Nets. Collison, the pass to Sabonis. Back to Collison. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. Had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
The first one falls. And with Collison and Greg, how he plays, when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things.
And he makes both free throws.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. Again, Russell missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Collison against Russell. Outside Turner. Sinks the three-pointer. Turner's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Spotting the open man, Collison, a capable playmaker.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Over to the left wing. Collison against Russell. Stolen by Collison. On the wing, Evans. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. Up and in on the layup. Evans has got his first 2 points of the night. Nets have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. To end the run. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
You know, going into the last season, many thought the Pacers were in rebuild mode, but ended up 5th in the East with a fantastic season and strong finish. Saying they overachieved doesn't even begin to describe their season. I think they surprised everybody.
And Brooklyn has possession, following the shot by Evans. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's the floater. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Evans. Inside, Sabonis with the steal. Now here's Evans. Tight defense on him. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And many people thought the Pacers last season would be near the bottom of the East. Clark, that was not the case at all.
Not at all, Kevin. 7 games it took the Cavs to eliminate the Pacers in the first round, and you never know, or I don't think you can ever dismiss or discount what that kind of playoff series can mean to a young team like the Pacers. Things are looking up in a great way for the Pacers going forward.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the inside, Bogdanovich. He doesn't hit that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
Here's Evans. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, it's stolen by Davis. Here's Russell, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Darren Collison.
Attacking on the drive, and that's going to give Russell some free throws this time.
Well, for those teams already expected Clark to go deep into the playoffs around this time of year, how easy do you think it is to just go through the motions and maybe not tighten the screws as much as you should?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I never had the experience of being a player on a playoff team, but I did broadcast a number of the outstanding Pacers teams, and it is tough in the long haul of the season for teams that are fighting for potential championships to stay engaged fully during the regular season. There is a period, and I think most really good teams will admit it, that they aren't as focused because they're excited for the playoffs to start, and they just have to work themselves through those dog days of the regular season.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And one thing that the Pacers struggled with last season and will have to answer this season, Clark, is finding a big man pair that works.
Well, you know what? You look at Sabonis and Turner, and they both have outstanding futures ahead of them and didn't play as well together as you would like, but I think there's still time to see if that can be worked out.
Now here's Collison. His last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Turner. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. And the layup's good off the glass.
The size and the focus, that's the big thing to finish it over the defense. Bogdanovich showing exactly what he can do.
Dinwiddie passes to Davis. To the middle, and stolen by Bogdanovich. The pass to Turner. For 3. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Sabonis kicks to Turner. Collison against Russell. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. Almost, but it rolls out.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Here's Dinwiddie. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Dinwiddie's got his first points of the night. Indiana trailing here. Collison dishes to Bogdanovich. Pass to Evans. Stolen away. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Bogdanovich. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Now, here is Russell. A 14-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Now, here's Bogdanovich after D'Angelo Russell's miss. Passes it to Evans. Outside Turner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Turner's got 6 points.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Here's Dinwiddie. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago. The Nets working the ball around now. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 11.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
Yeah, a little mano-mano, back and forth, guys going at each other, giving this game a little bit of edge and personality. I like it.
And the Pacers call time here.
And you have to love the way Hollis Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis Jefferson on the floor.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Now, here is Russell. He's got 11, and the basket by Napier.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
And with Hollis Jefferson in his defense, he's not only strong, but he's versatile with whom he can guard.
Yeah, I mean, RHJ has great length, and at 6'7", he can guard almost every position on the floor. Strong on the glass, even though he's often undersized in his matchup. RHJ is anything but an average player. I really love how effective he's become on both ends.
So it's Brooklyn now, after the missed three from Doug McDermott. 6 to shoot. Here's Napier, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Indiana called for the foul. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Brooklyn.
Fellas, the defensive pressure they've been applying has really been paying off. Turnovers and points.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
First free throw is good. There's something timeless about a star tandem, Clark. Jordan and Pippen, Kobe and Shaq, Steph and KD. What's needed for guys at that level to play together and coexist?
I think the biggest thing is an appreciation and respect for one another. I mean, that to me is the beginning point of coexisting at a high level, because you're going to have some friction, you're going to have some disagreements, but all of that can be put to the side when there's great appreciation and respect for each other and a real focus on what we're trying to get done. You get that in place, then the talent will rise to the very top.
Now here's McDermott. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Russell feeling it out a bit. Shoots. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Pacers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Inside. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 11. Back to Napier. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Russell missing.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
Russell against Joseph. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Joseph has impressive handles. Really does a nice job using his dribble to carve out space for himself.
And so Napier will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Davis kicks to Russell. Back to Davis. Here's Napier. Uses the glass to drop it in. Napier's got his second bucket tonight.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Pass to O'Quinn. It's stolen by Davis. To the middle. Napier kicks to Russell. Buries it down low. Russell's got 13.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Pacers trail by 5. And there's the pass to McDermott. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good off the back of the rim. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's Carroll. Bucket is good. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
Like how assertive Carroll is near the basket, capitalizing inside.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Holiday with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Kicks it to O'Quinn. Over Davis. Great D that time from Davis. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. We've got Kyle O'Quinn. Doug McDermott is out there with Leaf. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. Now here's Joseph. Pass to Leaf. Sinks the 15-footer. Leaf's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Pacers.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard. Well, I tell you what, if you're a fan of the Nets, you've got to like the job the front office has done. When they took over the team, it was stuck in a quagmire of losing. Now, the fans have some hope as they're building towards success.
On defense, Indiana, trailing by 5. Davis with the bucket. And for this Brooklyn front office, they've done a good job with what they started with.
Yeah, and even though they've taken nice small steps forward every season, complacency has to be stiff-armed and held back. The GM wants to preach impatience and doesn't want the team to feel full or satisfied.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Nets leading by 7. Napier feeling it out a bit. He kicks it to Carroll. Passes it to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Pacers trail by 7. McDermott finds Joseph. Indiana moving it around. Leaf, no good.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And Carroll gets it to go.
And you know, at times, it doesn't matter what you do. Carroll able to capitalize from this spot.
Pass to McDermott. The pass to O'Quinn. Here's Leaf. Kicks it to McDermott. Teardrop shot. Good on the bucket. McDermott's got his first bucket of the night.
I think he's more versatile than most give him credit for. Doug McDermott has a nice floater that he likes to pull out every now and then.
Davis, the pass to LeVert. Carroll with it. Pass to Napier. Goes up from the top of the key. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Pacers making the shot. And it's LeVert missing. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. McDermott, no one around him. Off target from outside. Brooklyn leading by 7. Here's Carroll. He had 10 points in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. Now Napier. Tipped away. Passes it to LeVert. Pulls up on the elbow. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. The Pacers making a switch here. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Napier kicks to Fareed. The dish to Carroll. Now here's Napier. He's covered by Joseph. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Well, if you're going to win, you've got to shoot a good percentage from the stripe. And for them, they have no one to blame but themselves.
Here's Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Now, here's Napier. Defense right on him. And too long on the shot.
It's just one of those games for him so far. Nothing seems to be finding the bottom of the net.
Evans up top. Napier covering. Evans finds McDermott. Pulls it up. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, the defense right on it. You need to get a better shot than that.
Good, nice play there from Napier.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
Evans kicks to O'Quinn. 2 points, that one goes. O'Quinn's got his second bucket.
Always like seeing Evans share the basketball. A capable passer who knows how to get his guys going.
Tyreke Evans not the biggest free agent this past offseason, but Greg, many teams vied for his services.
Pacers were able to win out, and he should be a good fit. Can act as another playmaker and ball handler for the team. Turned down playing with the Warriors, Lakers, and Thunder to come to this Indiana squad.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket for McDermott.
McDermott does a solid job scoring close to the basket at 6'8". His size allows him to capitalize from there.
And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
Well, I tell you what, they've got to be fuming. I mean, they were way too late in contesting that layup.
Joseph, the pass to Turner. He dishes it to Evans. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
Free throw good. Tyreke Evans.
You got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreke Evans can play a few different spots for you, and he's got nice handles for a guy his size.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Davis. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's Russell in for Napier. Indiana also making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Bogdanovich comes in for McDermott. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph. Here's Dinwiddie. He kicks to Fareed. Dishes it to Russell. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Evans feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sabonis. Outside Collison. Over Russell. No good. That would have tied it.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Hollis-Jefferson passes to Dinwiddie. Kicks to Allen. Shoots from the line. Hits the front of the rim and out. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Bogdanovich, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And, you know, stretching out for that one, Bogdanovich showing a little elevation for a guy who typically stays close to the ground.
Here's Dinwiddie. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the lip.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Fareed outside. The pass to Dinwiddie. Floats one and stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Evans. Softly drops in the floater. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Indiana.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Fareed. That shot misses. Evans with some nice D.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here. That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
Here's Dinwiddie. The Pacers making the shot. Outside, Russell finds himself wide open and drills it. Russell's got 15 points.
Man, what a nice read, boy. Exquisite, perfect timing by D'Angelo off the pick and roll.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And he makes the first. And Clark, you played your entire career with the Pacers. What was your favorite memory during that time?
Well, certainly realizing the dream of being an NBA player, Kevin. I was the 8th pick overall. It was close to where I played in college at Ohio State. And then being able to perform at a high level to be a unanimous all-rookie team selection, that was a pretty good highlight for me starting my career.
And so he hits both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Now, here is Russell. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. Here's Dinwiddie. Floats one, and good that time. Now just a 1-point Indiana lead.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Evans finds Bogdanovich. Rebound, Brooklyn.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
It's the Nets now. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Here's Russell with the three. He can't hit that time.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Inside. Here's Collison, and Allen with the block. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's covered by Bogdanovich. A miss that time would have put him up. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Outside, Bogdanovich. Fareed trying to get open. The kick out to Collison. Trying to end the drought. And Allen with the block. Fast break, here they come. And it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
Pass to Evans. Fades and shoots. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Evans has got 11 points. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Pacers up by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Indiana's first quarter could have gone much better. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. They got into a nice rhythm in the second quarter as they pushed their field goal percentage way up to 55%. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then there's Allen. Then it's Russell. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Down low, Allen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
That free throw good from Allen. Well, it's been a long time coming for Nets fans, but starting this offseason, Brooklyn will actually own their own draft pick.
I hope for all Nets fans they can avoid this situation for a long time.
And Allen drops them both. Indiana's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Bogdanovich looking around. Over for Reed. And it doesn't even draw iron.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Looking to get it going. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Tough finish from Bogdanovich. He's got a nice big frame for a wingman.
And Bogdanovich, a player who has bounced around the last few seasons.
Yeah, you know what? He's a guy that spaces the floor nicely, Kevin, and he's got a toughness to him that I think was undervalued and underappreciated across the league. He can make shots off the catch and shoot or coming off screens. And he also showed himself to be a better defender than people thought he was.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
And you know, Bojan Bogdanovic, not an elite athlete by NBA standards, but he's a live weapon because he can really shoot the ball and put it on the floor.
Here's Dinwiddie to the inside. Fades away. Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Russell. Evans passes to Bogdanovich. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
A nice strong finish from Bogdanovich, showing no fear at all.
Russell kicks to Allen. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Dinwiddie. He has 6. Pass to Russell. 5 on the clock. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Count that one.
Boy, and the power and lift from Hollis Jefferson, able to finish right through contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
I think it's been a disappointing year for him at the stripe, guys. I mean, he hasn't been as productive as he was last season from there.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson.
And, you know, drawing comparisons to Andre Iguodala, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Hollis Jefferson with some models to map his game after, and both of those excellent models for him.
Now here's Collison. He has 5. To the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
It's the Nets now, following the score by Indiana. Here's Russell. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, I like the way Russell used his body there, finishing through contact, and he'll go to the line for a three-point play opportunity. You know, after being in the cellar for a few years, the Brooklyn Nets have started to turn things around here. I mean, good young core to build around and add to, and I think things are starting to look up in every department.
And it's tied up with that one. And Clark, the Nets during this turnaround, they've done a good job of positioning themselves.
Yeah, you can look at a number of things. One, taking on vets with bad contracts to accumulate assets. Two went from lacking picks in the draft to having a lot of options. Those things, when you combine them, help you speed up the process of getting better.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Evans against Russell. Evans finds Collison. A 3-ball. And Tyreek Evans, good for 3. Evans has got 14 points for the game.
And how about the confidence from Evans? He's feeling like no one can stop him playing with a ton of heart.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 6. Russell from long range. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Russell's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Turner dishes to Evans. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Evans has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Here's Russell. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Darren Collison. The Nets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Davis has checked in for Kenneth Faried. Damari Carroll comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Dinwiddie.
The number 2 pick of the 2015 draft, Russell trying to mature into the leader everybody expects him to be.
Now here's McDermott. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And here's a look at some stats for Bojan Bogdanovic. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And the first one drops.
And when you think of McDermott, the first thing that comes to my mind anyway is three-point shooting ability. He's very effective spacing the floor.
And McDermott drops them both. And it's Carroll with the ball for Brooklyn. Out left to the wing. Russell passes to Allen. Back to Russell. Picked his pocket. Outside Bogdanovic. And stolen by Napier. Here's Russell. Cans the shot from the wing. Russell's got 13 points now in the quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Here's Bogdanovic after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. 3 on the clock. Tries to save it. No good from 11 feet. Nets have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. The shot by Carroll, no good. The Pacers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Indiana again missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Outside Russell. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Russell's got 32 points in the game.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Bogdanovic against Carroll. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Boy, I tell you what, Russell is a problem out there. D'Angelo with the anticipation to flick it away and then kick off the fast break.
Now here's Joseph, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Bogdanovich, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Bogdanovich has got 9 points here in the second half.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Allen kicks to Napier. The pass to Carroll. Here's Allen. O'Quinn defending. The 8-footer. Yep, it counts. And the Nets lead by 5.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Now here's Joseph. Napier covering. Shoots a fader. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. O'Quinn's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. And a change for the Pacers. Holiday's checked in. Brooklyn leading by 3. Napier finds Allen. Back to Napier. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Allen slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Here's O'Quinn. After the basket by Brooklyn. Holiday looking for an opening. 4 on the shot clock. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Nets shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And now a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
Here's Napier following the basket by Doug McDermott. LeVert off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
Shoots from 12, and that one hits back iron. Nets leading by 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's McDermott. He's got 8. Yep, that one goes. McDermott's got 6 in the quarter.
Tell you what, give McDermott props for keeping his focus. Nice job of concentrating there close to the basket.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Joseph. LeVert grabs the miss. LeVert's got his 5th rebound in this one. He kicks to Carroll. To the paint. Just 4 to shoot. Napier passes to Allen. Offline from the top of the key. Pacers trail by 5. And here's McDermott. He's got 10. Outside Holiday to the inside. Here's O'Quinn, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And not being as aggressive from the 3-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Evans comes in for Doug McDermott. And that one falls for O'Quinn.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Joseph. Inside, and so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Wednesday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East would definitely turn some heads.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Napier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Kicks it to Holiday. To the paint. It's stolen by Carroll. Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Shot by Joseph, no good. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
To the middle. Here's Carroll. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Joseph. Lays it up off the glass. Joseph's got his second basket.
Corey Joseph does a nice job with his speed and change of pace to get by the defense.
Now here's Napier, guarded by Holiday. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, he just keeps coming at you. Hollis Jefferson, so energetic.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Hollis Jefferson taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. Good on both. 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Evans, that's a 2-pointer. Can't get it to fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets lead by 7. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Nets leading by 7. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Evans and Sabonis at the forwards. Collison is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Turner in at the center position. The shot's good from Fareed.
This is Fareed's bread and butter now. He finishes inside because he stays within himself.
Collison kicks to Sabonis. Back to Collison. No good from outside. The Nets shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Here's LeVert. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Here's Joseph. And that one comes up a bit short. Fast break, here we go. Here's the teardrop, and it's good for 2. And now an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
And LeVert knows exactly where to go in transition, incredibly quick in the open floor.
Collison finds Evans. Hits the outside fadeaway. Here's Dinwiddie. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. To the middle, Evans with the steal. 3-on-3. Here's Joseph. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Joseph is a guy who's a proven champion and does whatever's asked of him, and that makes him a solid leader on this team.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Russell, he's checked in for LeVert. And Joseph drops them both. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Collison. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. He kicks to Russell. Pass to Dinwiddie. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Evans has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this poorly.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Russell. 3-pointer. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Evans outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Turner.
Really adept at rolling after setting the screen. Turner, a difficult cover in these pick and rolls.
Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Russell from long range. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 8th assist in the game. Timeout called the Pacers. And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and in between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
Allen's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. In Indiana with a change here, too. Bogdanovich is checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Again, the Nets for 2.
And that is a shot that Hollis Jefferson continues to improve upon over time, and that's a good sign of things to come.
Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. It's stolen by Allen. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Dinwiddie. No good on the triple. Can they get it? It'll go, and the Nets' lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Evans.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Out to the right wing. And he lobs it up. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Clock at 6. Hollis Jefferson finds Allen. Here's Fareed. The offensive rebound. Oh,
man. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Collison, the pass to Sabonis. On the wing, Evans. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. Evans has got 22.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That is his first foul of the game. When you look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, you know, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in players' salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Pacers trail by 11. Evans outside. The tray drills the three-pointer. 25 points in the game.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
Dinwiddie kicks to Fareed. Down low, Sabonis with the steal. Inside, stolen by Allen. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Collison against Russell. Down low, Allen finds Fareed. Shot clock at 5. It's Russell with the drive. It's good. Russell's got 40 points.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Outside Collison. Bogdanovic passes to Turner. Evans against Russell. Fires from deep. Ball's knocked loose, but they'll get another chance. Now, here's Bogdanovic. He's covered closely. 4 on the clock. It's Evans on the wing. Over Fareed. And it's Evans missing. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Right wing. Releases. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn. Indiana's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Here's Bogdanovic. That shot off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. There's Hollis Jefferson. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Now here's Evans. Here's Bogdanovic. And Fareed sends it back.
Hey, the terrific instincts and timing that Fareed has, coupled with his reach, That lets him block a lot of shots.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Bogdanovich after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Now, here's Bogdanovich to stop the run. Misses off the right iron.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now, here is Russell. Following the miss by Kenneth Faried. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Allen dishes to Dinwiddie. This one for three. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. They'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Wednesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Back to Collison. Kicks it to Evans. Right side, Bogdanovich. Wow, way off on that one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Evans, good.
Excellent feed from DC, Darren Collison.
Nets leading by 14. Here's Dinwiddie. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and two shots coming up.
And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere. Played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted. But he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
The first free throw is good. And for Dinwiddie, he has the sound fundamentals coaches love. Got an invite to the skills competition last season.
Yeah, he's fluid, but he's almost robotic in that he doesn't waste any movement, and that's a compliment for this guy. I mean, he's not really flashy, but super effective because he knows his game, and he does a nice job blending in with his teammates.
He hits both from the stripe.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
And the Pacers call time here. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
I don't think the defense has an answer for him, Kevin. I mean, he's simply going off right now, knocking down everything.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. Sabonis kicks to Collison. O'Quinn the pass to Collison. Back to Evans. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Russell against Collison. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer on the way. Drops in the tray.
Collison showing good concentration there. Never took his eyes off the target.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Russell inside, working on Collison. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Dinwiddie's got 7 points for the quarter.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
Yeah, a little mano-mano, back and forth, guys going at each other, giving this game a little bit of edge and personality. I like it.
Collison finds O'Quinn. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And now you see the finishing ability of Bogdanovich, undeterred by the contact there.
Russell against Collison. Fareed outside to the paint. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Nets.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with the victory tonight, they'll take the second game just as they took the first one between these two teams, moving their record to 2-0 with one left against Indiana.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for D'Angelo Russell.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Here's Allen after Tyreke Evans' score. Here's Dinwiddie, just 5 to shoot. Fareed inside, covered by Evans. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Russell kicks to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Second shot opportunity. They get it back.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
Here's Evans. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You got to respect the physicality of Evans. Excellent at drawing contact on his way up.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Tyreke Evans. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Napier up top. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Kenneth. The front court really carried you tonight. Looked like you put your team on your backs.
We won. That's all that matters. You know, us bigs was able to just, go clean up, go get rebounds and putbacks and things of that nature.
All of it adds up to a win. Thank you, Kenneth. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.